Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Practical Rust series, episode 1. In this episode, I'm going to teach you how to write a Rust program that reruns itself with root permission. In system administration, there are many situations that you need to have root permission. For example, if you want to access privileged files and directories, you need to have that root permission. If you want to open some privileged ports, those lower numbered ports, you need to have root. The most evil example that I could think of is to wipe out the entirety of your root directory using the command rf-r rm-rf /. And with that, you need to have root. So today I'm going to teach you how to write this program that reruns itself with root. What we have here is a simple Rust program that prints hello world. We can run this program by click this run in VS Code or by just invoking cargo run in the terminal. As expected, we will see hello world printed to the terminal. The first step we want to do is to check the value of the environment variable user. And that user will be the name of the current user. If it has root permission, that user will be root. So what we want to do here is to fetch the value of that envar. We'll use if let OK s equal to standard env var of user. And this var of user is going to fetch the environment variable and returns a result enum. And so we use the pattern matching here to do a variable binding, basically asserting that if this is okay, and put the value that okay in s. Now we have the value of user. We can check if it's equal to the root user. All right, in this condition, s is not equal to root. So we want to rerun this program or this process by spawning a child process and wait for it to finish. How do we spawn a child process? And use standard process command, and we'll new a command with the path to the binary. And in this case, we want to invoke sudo command, and we'll assign this to a variable called. And let's make this command variable mutable. So now we have a sudo command. We want to rerun this program. So we need to get the path of the program's binary. Where do we find it? It's in the arguments. So let's collect all the argument from standard and args. And we'll collect that as a vector of string. So this args is the type of vector of string of all the arguments. We can feed in those arguments to the command. So the first argument in those args is going to be the path to the binary that allows it to rerun this current program. And we want to wait for it to finish by invoking the status function. The status function executes a command as a child process, waiting for it to finish and collecting its status. So that's exactly what we want. And status is going to return a result of exit status. And in this case, we'll just expect it to succeed. Otherwise, we'll fail the program, say failed to execute the program. And we'll assign this to a variable called status. And now we have the status of the child process. In this parent process, we want to exit it with the status code. So let's do standard process exit with status.code. And this code will return an option of I32. either to be in the status code. So unwrap, or even better, unwrap all to provide a default value, which is 1. Got a semicolon here. And now we have the complete program. This program checks the user environment variable, match with root, and then spawn a child process, rerun the program. Let's do it. Run this program, and it's asking for my password. And once I enter the root password, it says hello world. So that's exactly the program we want. And get rid of this use. And now we want to reuse this code block in every function that we need to have root access. We can do this by simply writing a new micro rule, call it rerun with root, and copy paste the logic this micro. And we can invoke this micro in the main function by putting a pound sign here, exclamation sign here, and run this program. And it's asking for the password. Enter the password, see the same result. So that's the whole program. Hope you're enjoying it. As an exercise, I want you to write this micro in procedural micro, and then to invoke this procedural micro, I want it to look like something like this: rerun with root of rerun with root. And with this procedural micro, we don't need this invocation in the function anymore. And it will just decorate this function by rerunning this function as root access. And that's an access for you. See you.